Yeah, so these bait traps, I made the hole a little bit bigger so crayfish can get in there pretty good. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just got a beaver already. Beaver, potatoes, and rice. Yeah, check out this piece. That is awesome. Here we go. Well, welcome to the Beaver Retriever channel, and today we're going to start out in the pumpkin patch. We got some grass growing up there. You see all that grass? We're going to go through with my rototiller here and just go up in on either side of my pumpkin plants. This is a whole row of plants there. So we'll do this now with the rototiller right next to the plants, and then probably in another week, maybe 2 weeks, we'll use my disc harrow and the tractor and go in between the rows. There, there's one row done. Come up pretty good. So after I get this tilled and they come up at least a couple more inches, I'll go back through with the hoe and kind of scoop dirt up around, hump it all up. So I take good care of my pumpkin patch. I want to guarantee to produce a lot of pumpkins. I'm hoping to grow enough pumpkins this year to pay for my gas to head for Alaska for the winter. So I want to go to Alaska for the whole winter, trapping marten with the dog team. All right, now we're gonna go do some logging. I've been cutting some wood off the property here with the old farm awl, and we're gonna go drop some ash trees this morning, and then in a few hours we'll fire up the old farm awl and start twitching them out. Well, here's the first one I'm gonna cut today. This freaking thing is huge. Oh, look at the bend in this tree right here. That wouldn't make a good freaking log. We'll end up having to butt it back somewhere right in here, and then it does have nice logs. Thinking it should go that way, no problem. All right, we're gonna get this all limbed up and topped off. All right, tree number 2. Oh, there it goes. Nice, there it goes. Yeah, so the hinge was a little thick on that one. That's why I didn't really want to go over so easy. That should have been a little thinner. So back in high school, I took a CLP class, Certified Logger Professional, and taught me a little bit about all this stuff. So, and I was a logger for years. Here's the next ones. There's one here. Nice big one back there in the back of that brush. So I'm gonna try to drop them over this way. I know my cable can make it to right there from the road. So I'm going to drop the trees this way, and hopefully I can hook on to the top up there by my truck and drag them right out onto our driveway. So I'm going to clear out some brush out front right here and give it a nice good hole to land into without making a mess, and then we'll drop them. So I got a spot all cleared out to drop that into, and got it all cleared. I clear brush all around it so I can get to this tree very, very easily. Well, that tree ain't going over, so I'm going to grab another wedge. I got a metal wedge down on the truck. Yeah, so this one branch is what's kind of holding it back. I'm dropping it this way. And I thought it was going to go this way, but after coming back here and seeing, look how much top's on that side. Yeah, so I got this old school metal wedge. That's what we're going to use. One's come out pretty easy. There. Doesn't want to fucking go. This goes. Timber. Actually, it was pretty nice. That was actually proper hinge. So we're gonna go twitch out them trees today that we cut yesterday with the old farm awl. I got a 52 farm awl here. Got a winch on it that my father customized, set up onto this tractor. Works pretty good. And funny story about this tractor is we bought this property back in 1998, and the guy we bought the property from sold us this tractor, and he bought this property in 1952. This is a 1952 tractor. So this tractor has pretty much been on this property since 1952. Probably helped make all these fields and stuff back when the previous owner had it. We'll move on to this one first. Yad it out. We're getting it. We got it. Ooh, chainsaw's falling down. Oh, that's a nice tree. Swing her over and that'll be good. Yes, now we gotta drop the tree, unhook it, and we'll go grab that other one. Next tree coming in. As much as the winch will do. Good twitch for the old farm awl. That one entire tree, I got the top and the butt end of it. I'm just gonna unhook firewood up here, drag the log down next to that. Last one we just drug out. Yeah, log number 2 down to the yard. So that tree right there is about 59 years old. I just counted 59 growth rings in it. So it's pretty cool in trees. You can count the growth rings every year. Has a new ring put on it. That must have been the sunny side, or the side towards the field. It is too, yeah. That was the side towards the field. Look how big them growth rings are compared to the side that wasn't in the sun. Look at it over here. Look how thin they get over here. And you get over here. Look at that one. That almost a good year. Well, we got out the rest of them logs. Look how nice that one is. So we just drug out them 2 and that one. I drug out them 2 a couple days ago. And we got the 2 we started with today down below. Alright, we're gonna find a couple more to cut. Probably call it a day after that. It's supposed to be freaking hot and humid today, so I think we're gonna go set some crayfish traps down the local river today. So by the end of the week, hopefully I'll have a fresh crayfish dinner. I love crayfish. So here's the next tree. Not as big of ash, but still a nice ash log, and the top is dying. So there's tree number 2 here. We're gonna probably call it a day for logging after this one. We'll fire up the tractor and pull these 2 out, and then we'll go set them crayfish traps. Last tree of the day coming out right now. Too freaking hot. Yeah, so I changed my mind to setting them crayfish traps in the river, and we're going to set in this little pit pond here. It's an old gravel pit that they turned into a pond, and I just remembered I caught way more here than that river. So we're going to set my 3 good traps right here. So I just use dry dog food for bait for crayfish. Works pretty good. Alright, we'll throw number 1 out. Trap 2 is going to go down over in these bushes here. Yeah, so these bait traps, I made the hole a little bit bigger so crayfish can get in there pretty good. They make a special trap for crayfish, but I think you can just use these as what I've used for years, and I catch lots and lots of crayfish. 2 is going to go right up there. So we're going to load up the car trailer with a load of logs. We're going to bring in another load of fir logs tomorrow, and then the day after we'll load up some of the ash we skidded out this morning. Well, it's the next day. The skid steer, we shut it off the talk there at one point and we couldn't get it back started. Yeah, that's a decent load of logs. Another load of logs, here we go. Yeah, so now we're gonna go back to cutting some fir logs. So, since we just had a load hauled off, so here's my first one here. Another one right there. There's two more, ready to go to the yard. Yeah, so we grabbed one more on the way out. We got three altogether. Yeah, so that's it for logging today. Freaking hot and humid out here. Supposed to be almost 100 degrees today, so we're gonna take the rest of the day off, take all the dogs down swimming, 2 at a time. Got 8 sled dogs, so we're gonna do 2 at a time, bring them down to the river and do a little swimming. So that's what we got out today. Got a few logs out today. First 2 dogs we're bringing swimming is Mink and we got Boss. Boss, stop barking at Bank. You ready? You ready? You want that? There he goes. Wow! Wow! Didn't realize it was that deep. Oh, weirdo. There you go. Good boy. You gotta come in and go for a swim. You gotta come in and go for a swim. Come on. Come on. Come on. Poor baby. Come on. Boss, come. Boss, come. Boss, come. There you go. There, 2 down, 6 to go. So this time we brought Lynx and we brought Kato. Come on. There you go. Where you going? Where you going? This way. This way. This way. Good girl. Kato jumped right in. He wants to go swimming. Right? Right? Does that feel good? Nice to get him out here swimming. There you go. Kato swimming. The little Miss Lynxie with you today. 2 more down. 4 to go. Alright, we got Beaver Dog and his mom, Miss Bella. Right? Miss Blue-Eyed Bella. Swimming. Go ahead, go out swimming. Bella loves to swim. Right, Missy? Feels so good. Swimming up current, you're not going very far. You're not going very far. So we got 2 more to go. Last 2, we got Sable Dog and we got Otter Dog. Right? That's good boys. You guys gotta pee before you go in. There you go. Sable Dog. Go. There you go, Sable Dog. Try to ride your brother? You can't ride your brother. Oh, look at the brothers out there swimming. Come on. Yeah. He loves to swim. You guys like swimming, huh? Yeah, so that was the last 2. So we're done with the dogs and swimming today. So now we're over into the pumpkin patch and I'm going to take the hoe and try to hump up around all the pumpkin plants. Yeah, so I go through and hump up all around them like this. Try to do a little bit of weeding at the same time. And all up in a nice hump. There, I got 1 row done. So we got 12 altogether, so but I still got to do another 7 rows to rototilling. So I'm just trying to do something each day, whether it be just rototill a row or hump up a row like we just did. All right, so that's it for today. Tomorrow it's back to logging. Today we're trying to buck up these logs that we skidded out at the beginning of the week there. Yeah, this one had some nice logs in it. We got a nice 8-footer, and we got a nice 12-footer. Yeah, she's pretty doll. Yeah, so we're getting a load of logs on now. And then get the skid steer going, truck trailer down. Yeah, that's a nice load of logs. Yeah, so we're going to cut some softwood, some more fir logs. Hopefully we'll have 2 more loads of fir logs to go out by the end of the week. And later today we get to go do some trapping. Got another nuisance beaver job to take care of. Here's my next one right there. Drop that one and probably drop this one right here too. That's it to come to this yard for now. I got some more further out in the woods, but I can't get to it with the farm all here. Yeah, once I fix this jitterbug here, we'll get some more coming out from down there. Well, we're talking about the jitterbug, I'll also show you it. So I gotta put a different radiator in it. Freaking thing overheats so bad, that's why I'm not running it right now. And it has no charging system, so I can only start it so many times and I have to take the battery out and charge it. Maybe a couple weeks we'll get to working on this. And then we can get off trail, off the road, because this thing's got four-wheel drive, tractor don't. Quite the rigging. It's an old 60-something Chevy, we believe. It's got an inline straight 6. I believe it's 292. It's got 2 transmissions. Got a transmission, regular transmission, and off a PTO, there's another transmission for the winch. So stay tuned. A couple weeks we will be using that old rigging. Last tree of the day coming out right now. Look at the size of that one. That's a nice tree. I got out up to this woodyard today, so definitely have over another car trail load. So now we're gonna go grab some beaver traps and head north and set a nuisance beaver job. All right, we got a bunch of traps right here. I just got done with some nuisance jobs a couple weeks ago, so we're all ready. A bunch ready, all set. We'll grab probably 2 footholds and probably 3-4 conibears. Usually try to set about 5 traps per flowage, depending on how big it is. If it looks like a lot of beaver, I'll try to set a bunch. If it looks like just a little bit of sign, I'll set my 4 or 5. There's the beaver job. Water coming over the road right here. Yeah, so this is a spot I actually trapped on 4 or 5 years ago. So beaver finally moved back in. They got underneath this bridge all plugged right up. Oh yeah. Looks like they've had a dam underneath this for quite a few years. Definitely a problem spot. I can see the beaver right up there right now. So I just got a couple conibears here. I'm gonna try to walk this shoreline over here. See if I can't find any channels. I'm gonna put this trap right down right here. Yeah, that looks awesome right there. We'll block it off a little bit, straighten that channel. There's trap number 1 in. Good spot. They'll dive down underneath this stuff, come right through there. This mud right there. Put that mud up there like that. Make it look like a natural castor mound. I like that spot. That's a good location, I think. I ain't seen any more good places to set over here. But yeah, this should work. Dive right underneath this tree right here. Good. Ow. Freaking deer flies are horrendous right here. Put that right down in there. Just like that. Liner. Put that stick right down in between the springs. I should have find a moose horn. This is actually where I used to do a lot of moose horn hunting, was up in this area. I logged up here a long time ago. Run a fellow buncher. And a big piece of equipment that cuts all the trees down and makes it into bundles. And that was back when I was, I don't know, 19, 20. I'm 39 now, so 20 years ago I worked up here. It's all like too shallow. Where you going? Oh, you falling in? I knew it. I knew it. A fresh twitch trail going out back here. Let's go check it out. Where have they been cutting? Get down through this little tunnel. Oh, they come way back here. Switched out. It looks like they're eating some raspberry bushes. That's what they're eating. Yep. Yep, they're eating raspberry bushes. Definitely my trapping buddy right there. He swamped through it with me, right? Yeah. Whoa, you gotta fall in. I don't know where I'm gonna be able to make it across. This is all too deep through here. I have to walk freaking half a mile up the river, or just go back. Must be a spot up here to cross somewhere. Right here, old Beaver Dam. Nice, the beavers made us a crossing, boss. That looks muddy and deep out there. Set a drowning set down by the bridge there. I think we can do that, because I'm not seeing shit on this side. So here's the reason why they called me up, was there's water going over the road. If we don't take care of this, that's gonna wash that away. Oh, this looks like a nice spot right there. Yep. I can get a trap in right there. Probably could double up. I can put a trap there and a trap here. I'm gonna set two there probably. I'll probably put a foothold maybe right there and cast around up here. Trying to wade out that way. Well, I think I already got the beaver. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just got a beaver already. That was a hell of a commotion right over there a minute ago. Yeah, so before we're done, we'll have to go check that. I'm pretty sure I just got a beaver. Oh, that was fast. I'm not even done setting the place up and I already got him. So we're gonna continue setting the last couple of traps here, and then we'll go up there. It definitely got the beaver, so that's pretty funny. I have never ever caught the beaver before I was done with setting up the job. Just about done with these two traps. I'm gonna put one more stick in right there. We want to dive down right there. Traps right there. This one here, traps right there. I'll set one more foothold trap, and then we'll go grab that beaver I already got. Alright, so I changed my mind on my foothold spot. This is a lot better spot, and it's deep enough. Found some wild strawberries. Freaking right. I'd eat these wild strawberries. Not very big, but definitely strawberry. Mmm. That is so good. Oh, now I'm going to be on looking for strawberries. Wild strawberries, freaking right. Trap is gonna go right here. Jeez. All right, let's go pick up that beaver. I just keep finding strawberries, trying to make it down to that beaver, but man, them are so freaking good. Look at them, nice handful of wild strawberries. I want to just keep picking strawberries now. This is the beaver right there. Pretty sure it's all dead. Yep. Oh yeah, monster beaver. Holy yeah. Out of all my years trapping, I've never had that happen. I've never caught the beaver before I was done setting the traps for the place. Boss is really the beaver retriever. He's already lugged that beaver out to there. Bring that beaver out. Get it. Get that beaver. Get that beaver. Yeah, he's freaking lugging it out for me. Wish he could lug it out all the way. There he goes. Drag it out. No, you only can float him. Yeah, that's a good sized beaver. He's probably a 40 pounder, 45 pounder maybe. Yeah, so that won't go to waste at all. I'll see what I can get for back straps off it, maybe for myself. I'll go right to dog food. The meat sled dogs I got, they love beaver meats. I actually learned this year that fur is a good natural dewormer. So actually feed them fur at all. I'll just freeze that beaver. Once it's frozen, I'll chop it up with an axe and feed it pieces to the dogs. So we're gonna go up the road a little bit here, and I want to show you the spot that when I was working here, we see this wicked nice view. So let's go check that out. Oh, well, that sucks. Used to be a big gravel bank here. Used to be able to go up on top of. It was like right up in the air and have a wicked nice view, looking at the big mountain over here, and you can see a bunch of lakes and ponds. But they have now since taken most all that gravel. Been a few years since I've been out here. I'm gonna pick another round of strawberries. Look at them all. They might be little, but man, they are good. Don't pee on the strawberries. We worked up a whole handful. Takes forever, but man, these things are so good. Yep, so that's what we got for a view. We got this mountain here. We got that mountain there. Like I say, you used to be able to see over that way. And I don't dare get any closer to the edge here. Alright, well that's it for today. I had enough for one day, so we're just gonna strike her home. So that's a fresh catch. I'm gonna have some back straps for dinner and throw the rest in the freezer for the dog. And I think I got one already frozen in the freezer I'm gonna grab out for the dog. Well, we got that beaver all gutted. I'm gonna take the tenderloins out and I'm gonna take the back straps out for myself. I took out the liver for the dogs. So that's dinner tonight. That's some nice back straps and tenderloins. We'll get some liver and the caster. The rest of that's gonna go right in for dog food. So we're gonna grab this frozen beaver right out of here. That's gonna be dog's dinner tonight. We'll take this one and throw it right in there. Yeah, we got it. All right, there. Yeah, so we're gonna chop up this beaver we just pulled out of the freezer for the dogs. Try to divide that into 8 pieces and cut it in half. Yeah, we'll let Boss have his tail. These dogs don't realize how lucky they got it. Look at this. They love this stuff. Right, Miss Bella? That was a good chunk for ya. There's Otter dog. Here she is. Beaver dog. Yeah, all the dogs fed. We're cooking up them beaver back straps. I have some rice to go with it. I'm gonna throw some potatoes in this, but by the time I'm done, I have some canned potatoes, home canned potatoes. That'll be a pretty good meal tonight. Yeah, don't that look good? That looks freaking awesome. Some beaver, potatoes, and rice. Pretty good. Alright, well that's it for today. Tomorrow we'll get back to logging and probably try to work in the pumpkin patch at some point. Yeah, so it's the next day. I'm gonna go back to logging. So we're gonna buck up all these logs here. I just got a 4-foot stick, measured exactly at 4 foot. That's how I mark out my softwood logs here. So what we do is just go down through it and go 1, 2, 3. That'd be a 12-footer. We got them all bucked up. Them come out nice and some nice logs. So between what we had left over from yesterday's load and these ones, we'll definitely get another load of softwood. So winch does not pull out easy. Freaking choker chain just barely fits on this tree. Stretching up a little bit. Well, now we're caught on the bank right there, so see if it'll pull it over it. No. Try to reposition the cables. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but we got one over, but the other one's just not coming. There it goes, finally. Nice. Put up with that other one, over there. Alright, that should go. Last 2 trees of the day. So tomorrow morning we're gonna go check them beaver traps first thing. So once we get back, we'll start logging again. Yeah, so these fir trees are so sticky and nasty to deal with because of these little pitch pockets they got in it. Look at that bubble right there. That bubble right there. And you go and pop it. And it's all just pitch. That one sticks right out 1/2 inch. Look at it all. Yeah, well, the log pile added up a little bit today. There's some nice logs in there. Yeah, we're out checking a few bee buckets. So what we're hoping for is a swarm of honeybees. When a honeybee hive grows, they split into half. The queen will take half the bees and go out and try to find a new home. So we put out these swarm traps. Well, we call it a swarm trap. It's only a bucket for a home for the honeybees. Yeah, I go put them out in the trees like that right there. There's one right there. I only rescent them with some lemongrass oil every 2 weeks. So lemongrass oil imitates the scent of a queen bee. And there's no bees coming and going. Usually you'll start by seeing a bunch of scout bees, just 3, 4, and next you know a dozen, next you know a couple dozen. And eventually, if enough of them decide this is a good enough home, they'll go back and get the whole entire swarm, and the whole swarm will fly in a big ball of bees and come down here to one of these buckets or wherever they decide to move to. Alright, here's another bee bucket. I think this is the one I've caught the most swarms in this area, not necessarily this bucket. I got a few buckets in this area. When I check it, I just stop and watch it for half a minute or so and see if I see any bees coming and going. If there's no bees coming and going, there's no scout bees on it, so. Alright, that's the last bucket we're gonna check today. I don't see nothing. So hopefully I'll catch a swarm eventually this summer. So we check these about once a week, and we relure them about every 2 weeks. Alright, nothing in that one. We're out of here. Yeah, me and boss headed up to check them beaver traps today. But before we check them traps, we're gonna go forage some chaga. Chaga is a mushroom that grows on birch trees. Alright, we're headed down into the first spot to go chaga hunting. Just gonna do some short, quick walks here at the beginning. Try to find some hardwood patches to walk through. This is fun. This is how many other people get to go walk around the woods looking for chaga and make money. I ain't finding nothing today. So we're gonna work our way back to the truck and try to scope out some new ground. Check out the root of this tree. That's pretty cool. Yeah, if we don't find any on this walk, we gotta abandon this area altogether and go somewhere completely different. But check out the root of this birch tree. This one's pretty cool too. So what it was a stump or a tree log or something that tree grew on top of. And then the stump rotted away, and now it leaves out the roots. Look at that, that's pretty cool. Yeah, we didn't get skunked. I see 2 pieces on the tree right in front of us. So there's chaga right there. Looks like a burnt piece of charcoal on the side of a tree. So I just hit what I can off the axe. We'll leave the rest. Nice, there's 2 good pieces of chaga. Yep, it's nice and hard on the inside. Yep, this is good stuff right there. If you're interested in buying any, go check out glacialware.com. Man, stop just for a second and the mosquitoes are like, ah, fresh blood. They're fucking crazy right here. Hopefully find a little bit more on this walk. Yeah, you can see chaga from a ways away, being so black like that. Especially in the winter time, when there's no freaking leaves on the trees, the snow on the ground. You can look through a forest and see that stuff so far away. Yeah, we just found the best one so far. See that one from a ways. Still a chunk of chaga. Nice, still some left to grow. Nice, we just found another good little piece. And there's some more chaga. Yeah, and some left to grow. Yeah, that's another good couple pieces. Sweet, like finding chaga. This is fun. Now that's an old tree stand spot. Yeah, somebody put a couple boards on it way up there in the fork is where the seat was. Yeah, so we're still chaga hunting. Now we're just kind of cruising around with the truck. And I just spotted this one right there. Yeah. Holy, look at it all. Yeah, I'd take some of this. Yeah, holy, that was a good little batch. Yeah, that's a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 good pieces off it. Nice. I'm probably at 15-20 pounds now with that batch. Yeah, we're probably pretty close to my 20 pounds. So nice, we hit my goal. So that's what I found already. And this is what we got this time. That's freaking awesome. So we got over 20 pounds. Yeah, that's got to be 20 pounds or better. That milk crate full. That's got to be probably 25, almost 30 pounds, I bet. So just found another one from the road. Yeah, right there. I always had to go for a walk and ain't finding any. We did walk down to this pond. Check this out. This is what I love about what I do. Never know what you're gonna come out to. Look at that. Man, isn't that a nice spot? Beaver trail. Yep, there's a beaver trail right here. Must be fresh beaver. Oh, there's a stick right there, stick right there. Beaver here somewhere. Oh, yeah, here it comes. Yep, that one top small. Look at that piece. That's a big piece. Should be able to pluck that off. I just need to find a dead pole around here somewhere. It's gonna come off pretty easy. I'm gonna get chewed alive too bad. Freaking bugs are bad. Eventually. Oh, there it goes. Wow, yeah, nice, sweet. Yeah, check out this piece. That is awesome. That's freaking 10, 15 pounds long. Nice, we're doing good finally. Off to a bad start this morning, but it's coming through now. We got probably 35, 40 pounds now. Well, there, finally added up. I didn't think we were ever gonna find even 10 pounds today with them first 2-3 walks. Now this area is freaking a lot of chaga, so we're gonna slowly drive out of this area and then we'll go check them traps. Now we're going over into the beaver job. Let's see if we caught any more beaver. First trap is still set, and the next two are still set. Yeah. Yep, last traps are still set. I'm wondering if that was the only beaver. Well, I'm still gonna leave the trap set for another time. I'll come back next week and check it again. All right, I'm gonna go pull a little piece of the dam, just a little bit, to see if they'll repair it or not. If there's beaver left, they should be wanting to repair it. Looks like a lot of mosquitoes down here, and this is fucking deep, wicked deep and muddy. This is tight quarters underneath here. Freaking beavers, look at what they have done underneath this bridge. There's so much material down here. That's good enough. We're done there. That's the best way to tell if there's any beavers left. Pull a little bit of the dam. Next time I show up, if that's repaired, beaver are still here. If it's not repaired, no beaver left. Or if it's not repaired and I caught some beaver, I know there's no beaver left. Yeah, so we won't check these till next week, so make sure to follow me into next week's episode and you'll see if I catch all these beaver or not. Yeah, well, I want some crayfish for dinner, so we're gonna check them traps we set a couple days ago. See if we got enough to have a little meal tonight. Hopefully we got something for a meal here. We'll see. First trap coming up. Has 3 in it. 4, 5, 6 in it. Nice. Nice, look at them all. I threw out one of my shitty traps, and it was only half a trap. I put a piece of wood in it. And look at it, holy, I didn't realize it was, and it ended up sitting like this on the bottom, so they tunneled underneath it and got up in there. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in that one. All right, let's see what we got in this one. Look at, holy shit, look at them all. Look at them all. Last trap. What do we got? Yep, not quite as much as that last one, but still enough. I'll take it. Yeah, that's enough. Not a huge meal, but I'll probably swing out to the store right now, maybe buy some french fries, maybe some corn, go with these. That'd be a good meal. Something different this time, cooking these crayfish. Could have put them in this frying pan and throw a cover on top. And try cooking them like that. Just trying something different. Normally I cook them in a just regular boiling pot of water. Don't that look good? So these crayfish, just break the tail right off. So I got a pot of butter. I'm just gonna clean a bunch and put them right in the pot of butter. Definitely not a lot of meat on these things, but man, is it good. So out of that whole plate, that's all we got. Not a lot, but man, I'll take it. Mixing with some butter. That's good. So we're gonna end the week with cutting down some more fir trees. Been raining out today, and I usually don't run that farm all when it's raining out. So now the rain stopped, I'm at least gonna go drop some for tomorrow. Try to get a bunch dropped and all limbed up and ready. So once we fire up the farm all tomorrow, we can hammer down. Yeah, the friggin' top of this fir tree is stuck right in that maple tree. So close to wanting to come down. I tried rolling it here by cutting on the hinge there, and it didn't work. I was gonna leave that one, and tomorrow when I fire up the farm all and pull that right out, right up through there, and come down then. I guess I'm gonna do that one and this one. Yeah, well, that should be another car trailer load worth. So that's it for this week. So I hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and make sure to stay tuned in next week for more adventures with the Beaver Retriever.